Cool. All right. Well, welcome. And we'll go ahead and start our practice today, as we do always, in a child's pose. So find your way to your mat. Kneel on your mat and sink your hips down and back towards your heels. From there, bow your torso forward, bring your forehead onto the floor, and do your best to get comfortable, whatever that might look like in your own body. So maybe it's your arms out long in front of you with your palms facing down, a gentle bend in the elbows, or maybe it's your arms swept back by your sides, palms facing up to maybe provide even more release across the tops of your shoulders. You could spread your knees wide apart, create a whole bunch of space for your belly to hang soft and easy in between your thighs. Or you could draw your inner thighs close to one another and create a little bit more support for the weight of your torso. Then whatever choices you've made for your body right here and now, do your best to settle into them. Close your eyes, drop fully into the support of the floor, and begin to awaken to the movement of your breath. Watch every inhale as it draws in through the nose, along the back of the throat, swirls wide in the soft tissue of your lungs. Every exhale to sink and fall just a little deeper into the space that breath leaves behind. Over the course of this next hour, do your best to take it as it comes, breath by breath, and moment by moment. Know that this is a dynamic practice. There will be certainly spaces of effort, but there will also be spaces of rest. So whenever you're in one or the other, try to choose it as fully as possible. And know that if at any moment you need a moment to yourself, you need to create some rest on your own, you're welcome to do so. You can come back here to this child's pose or another resting posture of your own design. Throughout this class, I'll encourage you to breathe in whatever way feels most supportive to you. So often that'll be in and out gently through your nose. But if you ever need a little bit more support, you might give your breath a little bit more sound and vibration. And that could come out like a ha or a or a gentle flutter of your lips. All of those vibrational ways of breathing, a chance to stimulate your vagus nerve and help calm the body down. So we'll go ahead and try one right here, right now to kick off our practice. Exhale out all of your air with an SH. Use that sound to hear yourself get to the bottom of your lungs. At the bottom, take a deep, full, sweet breath in. Feel your ribs expand. And let it go, HA. It might feel good to begin to softly rock your forehead right to left, massage along the space of your eyebrows from one temple along to the other. You could allow that sway to begin to gently snake its way down your torso into the bowl of your hips. Feel them rock a little bit, back and forth, back and forth. Now, if they're not there already, begin to gently crawl your fingers forwards towards the front edge of your mat. Wiggle through your fingertips, each and every knuckle. Fan your fingers wide. Feel the skin stretch along your palms. Walk your hands so far forwards that your elbows and forearms gently lift from the mat. Reach so far forwards that you feel your armpits and the sides of your body lighting up. Take one more deep, smooth inhale into that space. And then on your exhale, gently pull yourself forward. Come onto all fours, create a tabletop position. Here, plant your palms right underneath your shoulders. Stack your knees the width of your hips. On an inhale, drop your belly. Lift your gaze and your tail skyward, broadening your chest. Good. On your exhale, scoop your low belly up and in. Push into your palms as you round your back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, open the front of your throat. This is cow pose. Exhale, scoop the belly in, shove the floor away, lift your middle back skyward for cat pose. Now keep going to the rhythm of your own breath. Every inhale into cow and every exhale into cat. I'll invite you right here and now to gently close your eyes. Take your vision inward and feel what it feels like to move your own body through space. Looks so nice. Move in a way that feels really indulgent to you. So you might continue in these cat-cows, warming up the spine. You might find something a little bit more circular and free form. You could roll the neck, jump rope the ribs, sway the hips. Let it be a soft navigation into all of your joint spaces, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, the wrists. Move it around. And then keep this exploration going. Fan your fingers wide. On an inhale, curl your toes under, and exhale, send your hips skyward. Come into an upside down V shape. Now, as you rise your hips skyward, keep moving it around and feeling it out. You might start by pedaling through your heels, rooting one to the mat and then the other, broadening the backs of your legs. Looks good, Jane. You might bend both knees deeply to open up your lower back. It might feel good to nod your head yes or shake it side to side and allow the weight of your head to lengthen out the sides of your neck. Again, take a moment, reaffirm the push of your hands into the floor, activate your upper arms. On your next inhale, lift your right leg long behind you. On your exhale, peel open the right hip and move it around, feel it out, some free form movement. So carving your right leg through the air around you as a means to open up the space within you, the space of your hip, your knee, your ankle. Wiggle it out and move it around. Good. Take it back to center and inhale to reach your right leg long, 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 and then softly place your foot back down to the floor. And right away, inhale, lift your left leg long behind you. Exhale, peel open the left hip, move it around, and it's a whole new side of your body, a whole new opportunity to see what's up on this side of you. Move in a way that's diagnostic, a chance to feel out how you're feeling today. Good. Then take an inhale to reach the left leg long, 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 and softly place your foot back down to the floor. Take a generous bend in your knees, glance forward, and gently walk to the front edge of your mat. Come to hang heavy in a forward fold. For this forward fold, I'll recommend keeping your feet about hips width apart, 6 to 8 inches in between them. A generous bend of your knees as you lay your belly on your thighs will again help you release any tension in your lower back. You might grasp for opposite elbows or interlace the hands behind the nape of the neck to create a little bit more weightiness in your upper spine, to create a little bit more space there. Good. And then if you have one of those grips, let your arms dangle down. And on your next inhale, come into a half lift. Scoop your low belly in and reach the center of your chest forward. Here, striving to make like a tabletop with your back, your hands can rise to your shins or your thighs for a little bit more support. These look great. Stay with it, belly nice and firm. Reach the center of your chest forward and pull your shoulders back. Take one more smooth inhale. And then exhale, let it drop. Hang heavy forward fold. Finding that same action a little swifter. Inhale, take a half lift, firm belly, long spine. And the moment your exhale comes, drop it. Forward fold. Hang soft, hang heavy. Good. On your next inhale, swing yourself forward and up. Come to stand tall in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. Settle into your 2 feet. And then again, best you can, close your eyes. Draw your vision inward and choose to stand tall, full of grace and awareness. Let your awareness explore the vast wilderness from the soles of your feet all the way to the tips of your fingers. Your heels rooting down, the energy moving up through your calves and the muscles of your thighs. Your low belly pulling up and in to feel the dome of your ribs growing even taller over the bowl of your hips. Long, active arms reaching tall through the tips of your fingers. Soft, passive shoulders, soft, easy breath. If your eyes are closed, you might gently flutter them open. Kick into your heels. Take an inhale, reach up, look up, lift the center of your chest skyward. And when your exhale comes, dive forward. Hang heavy forward fold. Nice, Kate. Again, finding that action to the rhythm of one breath. On an inhale, swing yourself forward and up. So far up, you go gently back. Find the peak of your mountain. And the moment your exhale comes, dive forward. Hang heavy forward, fold. And then take mountain pose 3 more times to the rhythm of your own breath. Every inhale to rise, balloon your lungs and extend your heart skyward. Every exhale to fall, belly in towards front of spine to support the broadening of your backside body. See if you can do it with your eyes closed. Trust your body to feel its way through the air around you. After your third round through, hang soft, hang heavy in your forward fold. No rush to get there, but when you're there, be there fully. Let the head drop heavy. Breathe across the back of your ribs. On your next inhale, take a half lift, firm belly, long spine. On your exhale, plant your palms to the mat. Step your feet back and pause in your upper push-up plank. Here, stack your shoulders right over your wrists. Fan your fingers wide. Again, shove the floor away to activate your upper arms and lift your middle back in line with your shoulder blades. Keep the low belly scooping up and in to help support the weight of your pelvis. Kick back through your heels, engage the fronts of your thighs so that your legs are strong and active behind you. Pull the roof of your mouth forward to stay long across the back of your neck. Good. Exhale out all of your air, squeeze your low belly in. Inhale, lean your weight a little bit more forward, and exhale, lower halfway down, elbows in by your sides. Inhale, scoop your chest forward and up, upward facing dog. Kick into the tops of your feet, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, curl your toes under, send your hips high, and come into your downward facing dog. Nice work. Back in downward facing dog. Push into bottom set of knuckles. Lift the bottom of your butt a little higher towards the ceiling to lengthen out your lower back. Feel the energy wash down your butt through the backs of your thighs, the backs of your knees, through your calves as you reach your heels a little closer towards the earth. Exhale out all of your air. Empty, empty. Squeeze your belly firm. Take a deep, full, new breath in. Feel your ribs expand. HA. Inhale, lift your right leg long behind you. As soft as you can, step your foot forward in between your two hands. Rotate your back heel down to meet the mat, and inhale, rise up into a warrior one. Good. Yeah, a couple of moments to settle into the posture here. You might toe heel your right foot even a little bit more forward, Nina, so that as you keep sitting low, into that front thigh, your front knee stays a little bit behind or stacked right on top of your front ankle. Push firmly into the left heel, energizing the left leg as you roll the left hip forward and pull the right hip back. Nice, Noah. Yeah, exactly. Do that again. Try to straighten your arms a little bit more. Activate your upper arms. That's awesome. Sit a little lower in your lunge. And now freeze your lower body right where it is. We're going to move to open up the right armpit a little bit with cow face arms. So take your right hand, pat yourself in between your shoulders behind your back. Bring your left hand to your right elbow and see if you can pull it a little bit more towards the center of your head. Good. And then maybe you stay right there, or maybe you snake your left arm behind your back and try to catch your right fingertips behind you. Wherever you are, keep scooping your belly in, lifting your chest up and lifting your chin away from your chest. Good. Yeah, for even more sensation, you can push the back of your head into your right arm and try to look more up towards the ceiling. Take one more deep inhale here. On the exhale, warrior two, open it up, right arm forward, left arm back. Peel your hips and your chest open towards the long side edge of your mat. Good. Now you might lengthen out your stance to take up even more space so that one day you can sit so low the bottom of your right thigh comes parallel to the floor. Good, Sarah. Keep driving down through your heels. Imagine drawing them in towards one another to light up your inner thighs and the base of your pelvis. Belly in, heart lifted. Spread your arms wide apart, middle finger to middle finger. Turn your chin forward over your right shoulder if you're able. And for these final few moments, see if you can soften your vision. Close your eyes. Stay where you are. Connect with your breath. Smooth inhales and long exhales. Take one more deep breath in, fill it up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back and move through your flow. Upper to lower, push-up plank. One big inhale into upward facing dog, shoulders roll down the back. Exhale takes you back into downward facing dog. Looks great. Inhale, lift your left leg long behind you. As soft as you can, step your foot forward in between your two hands. Rotate your back heel down. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one on the left side. A couple of moments to set it up with just as much care and specificity on this side of your body as you did on the previous side of your body. So start with your base, drive down through your heels and sit low in your lunge. See if you can squeeze your back leg even a little straighter, Erica. Think of lifting the front of your thigh exactly towards the back of your thigh. Nice. Scoop your belly in, lift your heart tall, and reach long through the tips of your fingers. Now take your left hand, drop it behind your back in between your two shoulder blades. Right hand to the left elbow to encourage it more towards your midline, and maybe you stay there, or maybe you snake the right arm behind the back and catch a hold of your left fingertips. Body is asymmetrical from the inside out, so nothing to push, nothing to force. If this side feels a little different, whether it's looser or more tight, just try to greet yourself where you're at. Breathe into what you feel. Sit a little lower, lift your chest up. Take one more deep inhale. And then on your exhale, peel it open wide for your warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back, peeling the hips and the chest open towards the long side edge of your mat. Good. Kick into your heels. Pull up on your low belly. Lift the center of your chest tall and spread your arms wide. Again, if you're able, turn your chin forward over your left shoulder. Soften your vision, close your eyes. The form, the alignment, always the starting point rather than the destination. Now, as you find yourself in this container for experience, how do you show up within it? Can you fill it with breath? Can you fill it with kindness? Can you fill it with your awareness? Sit just a little lower. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back. Move through your flow, those 4 movements to reconnect you with 2 steady breaths. And then keep going, 1 breath per 1 movement. Take warrior 1 and warrior 2. Try it once on the right side and try it once on the left side. Now, your choice, if you want to keep the cow face arms in your warrior 1, you're welcome to do so. If you want to skip it, go ahead and skip it, right? No choice is inherently better or worse, more advanced or less advanced than any other. The most advanced choice you can make is the one that really honors this body that showed up on this mat at this particular time and space. So again, nothing to push, nothing to force, but always give yourself the chance to challenge yourself for yourself. Expand your breath. How big can you make every inhale? How slow and emptying can you create every exhale so that you might expand your movement? How big and full can you move to expand the limits of your skin, to expand what you thought you were capable of? Wherever you're able, find those spaces to gently close your eyes. Let this hour be for you, created by you. Nothing to force, nothing to prove, nothing to compare with anyone else. When you find your way back to downward facing dog, keep it strong, keep it active. Root into your hands and your feet, lift your hips high, keep the belly firm to support the lengthening of your low back. If you're moving, keep moving. There's no need to rush. If it's available to you, exhale out all of your air. Empty, empty. Squeeze the belly firm. Take a deep, fresh, new breath in. HA. From downward facing dog, inhale, glance forward, bend your knees. Exhale, gently hop or walk to the front edge of your mat. Nice hop, ching. Inhale, take a half lift, belly and heart forward. Exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Give yourself a moment. Check back in with your feet. Again, separate them at hips width apart. All 10 toes pointed straight forward so that the feet look like the number 11. On your next inhale, sit your seat low, reach your arms tall, and settle in for your chair pose. Right from the start, draw the weight back into the center of your heels. Shift your shins back in space. Allow for an openness across the fronts of your ankles, but at the same time, let your toes be soft and easy on the floor. Good. Challenge yourself to sit a little bit more down and back. One day, bottom of your thighs parallel to the floor. Looks so good, Laurel. Pull your belly in, swing the center of your chest forward and up, and reach long through the tips of your fingers. Listen carefully, stay where you are. Exhale out all of your air. Empty, empty, empty your lungs. Take a deep breath in to stay. And then on your exhale, stand straight up, mountain pose. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling, root into your heels. Feel what it feels like now to squeeze your legs nice and straight. Keeping your legs nice and straight and your shoulders stacked right over your hips. Turn your palms to face forward and then lower your arms forward and down so that they come parallel to the mat. Sort of like you were Frankenstein here. Arms forward, parallel to the mat. Yeah, and chest lifted tall, like your heart was lifting in between your two thumbs. Now rock your weight forward into your big toe mounds and lift your heels as high away from the mat as you can. So now you're like Frankenstein wearing impossibly high heels. Keep the heels this high and begin to bend your knees. Now, tendency here is going to be to lean forward. Instead, think of leaning back in space. Try to keep your shoulders stacked right over your hips. This is good, Matt. Think top of butt scoops down towards bottom of butt. Yeah, really light up your low belly to draw your chest even a little bit more back in space. Yeah, like your back was sliding down a back wall. Good. Now, wherever you are, pause there. See if you can lift your heels just a little higher. It might begin to quiver and shake. Stay with it. Find your breath. And then kick into your big toe mounts to rise all the way back up. Stay lifted high on your tippy toes. And then reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling, biceps framing your ears. Yeah, this is balance work. You might wobble, you might fall. No worries. Pick it up, try again. Now keep your arms reaching skyward as you slowly lower your heels back down to meet the mat. Good. Let's stay in our mountain pose here. Exhale out all of your air. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale something fresh, something new. Stay where you are. HA. Take a smooth inhale. On your exhale, sit down and back, chair pose. Weight in the heels, sit low. Good. Belly nice and firm. Freeze your lower body right where it is. On your next exhale, swing your arms forward, down, and back so that your palms frame your hips facing forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to broaden your chest. Good. Now slowly shift your weight into your right heel. Lift your left heel from the mat. Lift your left foot from the mat and try to kick your left butt cheek. Then extend your left leg straight back behind you as you dive your chest forward and down, coming into your airplane pose. Your arms long by your sides like airplane wings. Pull the fingertips back as you reach the heart forward. Looks good, Sarah. Can you kick into your right heel and squeeze your right leg a little straighter? Nice work. And then keeping your body right where it is, reach your arms down, forward, and up. Biceps frame the ears for your warrior three. We won't be here long. Firm belly. Take one more deep inhale. On your exhale, right into chair pose. Bend the left knee, step the right knee, step the left foot back down. You got it. Stay with it. Sit low, reach tall. Take a smooth inhale. On your exhale, swing your arms forward, down, and back. Palms frame the hips, face forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Broad chest. This time, shift the weight into the left foot. Begin to lift the right heel. Lift the right foot. See how slow, with how much control can you move. Extend the right leg straight back behind you. Dive the chest forward and down. Keep scooping the low belly in to support the low back. Breathe softly in and out through your nose. Looks so good, Danny. Can you lower your chest 2 inches more? That's it. Now slow. Reach the arms forward and up by your ears. Try to lift them a little higher, really strengthening the muscles of your upper back. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, right back into chair pose. Bend the left knee. Step the right foot silently down. Sit low. Reach tall. This time stay. Exhale out all of your air. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale. Stand up. Reach up. Look up. Lift the chest skyward. And then exhale. Dive forward. Hang heavy forward. Fold. Give yourself a moment to let something go. Maybe a little cha-cha of the knees, bend one and then the other. Maybe a little shimmy of the shoulders, shake them out, nod the head, flutter the lips. And then inhale, take a half lift, pull your belly in, reach your heart forward. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat, step your feet back, and pause in your upper push-up plank. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips in line with shoulders. Here we're gonna take 3 yogi push-ups, but listen carefully. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, lower just halfway down, elbows in by your sides. Push yourself straight back up and pause in your upper push-up plank. Now lift your right foot 2 inches from the mat. Keep it lifted, bend your elbows halfway down. It's a one-legged push-up, you got it, and push it straight back up. Return the right toes to the mat. Lift the left toes 2 inches from the mat, squeeze the left glute, lower halfway down, elbows in. Push it straight back up. And then both feet on the floor, push the mat away, lower halfway down. Inhale, burst forward into upward facing dog, broad chest. Exhale takes you back into downward facing dog. Let's breathe there all together. Exhale out all of your air. Empty, empty. Squeeze the belly firm. Inhale deep, full, luscious breath in. Hey, Inhale, lift your right leg long behind you. As soft as you can, step your foot in between your 2 hands. This time, keep your back heel lifted, all 10 toes pointed straight forward. Inhale, rise up. This is your high crescent lunge. So give yourself a couple of moments to settle in here. The front thigh is just like our previous warrior posture, sit low into it. The back foot, just like that second variation of chair pose we did, kick into the big toe mound. Try to lift your left heel a little higher, Tom, and then lift the back of your left thigh towards the ceiling. Squeeze your back leg straight. Yeah, pull your belly in. Take a smooth inhale. On your exhale, reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. Rather, reach your left arm forward and your right arm back. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's a closed twist. You're twisting towards your right leg. Good. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Scoop your belly in and lift your heart tall. If you're able, turn your chin over your right shoulder. Look back towards your right fingertips. Nice, Jane. Take one more smooth inhale here. On the exhale, warrior 2, windmill your arms, left arm up and back, right arm forward and down, down and forward, back heel down to meet the mat. Yeah, body facing the long edge of your mat. You got it. Now sit low, stay low. Flip your right palm towards the ceiling. Reach it forward, reach it up, 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 and gently back for reverse warrior. Drive down through your heels. From the lower body, it's just like your warrior 2. Stay low in your lunge. See if you can sit just a little lower, Noah. Yeah, stay with it. Lift your right ribs skyward as you pull your right arm long. Final few moments, if you can, look up to your inner right elbow. Take one more smooth inhale. On your exhale, tilt. Bring your right hand down to the inside of your right foot. Reach your left arm straight up towards the ceiling, side angle. Press your right arm into your right leg and vice versa to scoop your right butt cheek underneath you as you roll your left ribs back. Moving into a bind here, release your left arm behind your back and maybe search first for your inner right thigh. If that comes to you without a challenge, snake your right arm underneath your right leg and try to catch a hold of your left fingertips, one day your left wrist. Good. Now, wherever you are, roll your left shoulder back. Try to spin your chest up towards the ceiling. That's it. Take one more smooth inhale. On your exhale, unwind, 2 hands to the mat. Step your right foot back and move yourself through a flow. Great work. Keep it moving right into the left side. So when you get to down dog, inhale, lift your left leg long behind you. Soft as you can, step your foot in between your hands. Keep your right heel lifted up, 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 and rise up into your high lunge. A couple of moments to settle into it. Again, first to find the form with specificity, sit low into your front thigh, kick into the big toe mound of your right foot and lift your right heel high, the back of your right thigh skyward. Scissor the inner legs to feel for a sense of containment through your lower body. Pull your belly in and lift your heart tall. Take a smooth inhale. On your exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Open up your chest towards your left leg. Good. Awesome. Yeah, keep the shoulders moving back in space so that they stack right over the hips. Keep energizing through your right leg. Squeeze your right glute. Belly and heart lifted. Spread your arms even wider. Nice. Take one more smooth inhale. On the exhale, windmill open, warrior two. Left arm down and forward, right arm up and back heel down to meet the mat. And revel for a moment in the support of having both your feet firmly on the floor. Now stay low, flip the left palm skyward, reach it forward, reach it up, up, and gently back for your reverse warrior. Good. See if you can drop that right hip a little bit more down in space, Ching. Rolling your left thigh more forward. Exactly. Lifting the left ribs up towards the ceiling. Pull the left arm long. See if you can sit just a little lower, Caitlin. You knew it. Take one more deep inhale. And then on your exhale, tilt. Left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Side angle. See if you can push the front of your hips a little bit more towards your couch mat so that you scoop your left butt cheek more underneath you. Exactly. Keep rooting into your two heels and then going for the bind. Release the right arm behind the back, searching out the inner left thigh. Again, be honest with your body. If that feels like a big stretch through the front of your right shoulder, stay there. If you want a little bit more, snake the left arm underneath the thigh. Good. Roll the right shoulder back, scoop the belly in, keep reaching the heart forward so that you stay long through your spine. Looks so good, Madeline. Take one more deep breath in, and then exhale, unwind, two hands to the floor, step the left foot back, move through your flow. Now this will be our last and longest one breath, one movement of this class. Take high lunge, T-twist, warrior two, reverse warrior, and side angle with a bind of your choice, right? And if it's unfamiliar, if you're like, I can't remember that all, no worries, right? It's never a test, it's never a performance. Know that there's really no wrong or right way. If you skip a posture along the way, just keep going, just keep breathing, just keep moving. More than anything else, this is your opportunity to take time to connect with yourself, to feel the continuity of your breath, how every inhale moves into every exhale, how every exhale moves into every inhale, and to see if you can imbibe that similar continuous feeling into your movement. So let each posture blend into the next, no sharp edges, everything connected and fluid. And remembering that if at any moment rest is calling out to you, you can always answer, you can always rest. Whatever it is you're doing, do it fully. So when you're moving, move with all of your care, all of your intention. And if you're resting, rest with all of your care, all of your intention. Try to milk this experience for as much value as it can offer to you right here and right now. Remembering that as you flow, if you ever need a little bit more support, you can always bring your knees to the floor. If you ever want to add more intensity, you can throw in a couple more push-ups before your upward facing dog. Continue to take your time. Again, remember that there's never any rush in this room. This time we'll meet back in a forward fold. So after you find your way back to downward facing dog, after the left side through, you'll inhale, glance forward, bend your knees, and softly hop or walk to the front edge of your mat. This time when you get to the front edge of your mat, you'll set it up a little differently. Bring your toes and heels all the way together so that you zip up your inner leg like you had one strong tree trunk of support beneath you. Give yourself a couple of moments to feel what it feels like to hang heavy over this more narrow base of support. Inhale, take a half lift, pull your belly in, reach your heart forward, and exhale, let it drop. Hang soft, hang heavy. Now on your next inhale, sit your seat low, reach your arms tall. This time, press your palms together. This is your Thunderbolt position. So similar to chair pose, rock the weight back into the center of your heels, sit back, sit down. Scoop your belly in, and as you keep pressing pinky finger into pinky finger, drag your hands down to the center of your chest, one long line from elbow tip to elbow tip. Inhale, puff your heart. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. For now, keep your palms pressed. press your top palm into your bottom palm as you scoop your left ribs underneath your right. Gonna move into a little bit of balance work here. It might be helpful to shift your gaze down to your right big toe. Keep your eyes in one fixed place to help steady your balance. Shift your weight into your right heel, just like we did back in chair pose. Begin to lift your left heel, your left toes. Try to kick your left butt cheek. Then extend your left leg straight back behind you. Now, as silently as you can, kiss your left toes to the back edge of your mat, keeping your left heel lifted. All of a sudden you're in a high lunge prayer twist. Good. Now that you have a steady base beneath you, you might go for a flyaway, reaching your arms away from one another. You might explore a bind, right arm behind the back, searching out the left fingertips underneath the right thigh. One more deep inhale to roll your shoulder back. On your exhale, roll yourself back to center, stay low. Reach your arms up overhead, biceps frame the ears. Take a smooth inhale. On your exhale, warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back, back heel down to meet the mat. Sit low for just a moment and then kick into your right heel, squeeze your right leg straight. Two straight legs, pivot on your right heel to turn your right toes towards the long side edge of your mat, all 10 toes pointing that direction. Inhale, puff your chest tall, and then exhale, swan dive forward and down into a wide-legged forward fold. Now, nobody said you had to keep your legs straight here. In fact, I'll encourage you to take a little bend behind your knees to start so that first you can find a nice long spine. So as you scoop your belly in, heart forward and down, think of a half lift sensation through your torso. From there, you might begin to kick into your heels, lift the bottom of your butt skyward to lengthen through the backs of your legs. You could play with grip options here. You could scoop out the outside edges of your feet, or you could keep your hands right underneath your shoulders. You could turn your fingers back towards your heels and walk your hands in between your legs to pull your chest more down towards your thighs. Looks so good, Paige. Keep the belly firm, breathing through the back of the ribs. Good. And then wherever you are, reach your arms out wide to either side. Firm belly, rise up with a long, flat back. And then as you reach the top, pivot on your right heel again so that your right toes face the front edge of your mat. Turn your left toes in slightly, about 45 degrees. We're moving into a triangle pose. Reach your right armpit forward, 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 and then tick-tock down your right hand to the inside of your right shin. So you can use your shin as a bit of a prop to lift your chest tall. If you have the flexibility for it, you could slide your hand down your shin, maybe catching your big toe with your peace fingers, or maybe planting your hand on the outside edge of your right foot. Good. Keep reaching your right armpit forward as you scoop your right butt cheek underneath you. Spread your arms wide apart. Looks so nice, Sarah. One more smooth inhale here. On the exhale, pyramid fold. So bring your two hands to frame your front foot. For everyone, I would encourage you stepping your back foot in about 6 inches so that you can turn your left toes even more forward, rolling your left hip forward and down and pulling your right hip back and up. Again, it's not the end all be all to have your right leg straight. More so, how can you direct a stretch into the meaty part of the back of your right thigh? So it might help to keep a micro bend behind your right knee, or it might feel good to really root into your right heel and challenge yourself to squeeze that leg a little straighter. If the leg is straight, you might even pick your toes up off the mat and flex them back towards your right shin. Good. Belly in, heart forward. And now gaze forward. Crawl your hands a little forward. Shift all the way into your right foot and lift your left leg straight up towards the ceiling, standing split. Good. So once you get the weight all the way onto your right foot and lift your left leg up, now you might walk your hands back a little bit more towards your right foot. The more you can drop your chest down, the more you'll tilt the bowl of your pelvis forward and maybe be able to get your left leg a little higher in space. Final few moments, give it all you've got. Squeeze your left butt cheek, send it high, 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 and then forward fold. Step your left foot down to meet your right. Hang soft, hang heavy. Give yourself a moment to recollect yourself. Breathe smooth, breathe easy, in through the nose, out through the nose. If they've separated, bring the toes and heels all the way together. Again, create that one strong inner leg. Reset with a half lift. Inhale, heart forward, belly firm. Exhale, let it drop, hang soft, hang heavy. On your next inhale, sit your seat low, reach your arms tall, press your palms together, find your Thunderbolt. Keep low in your seat as you drag your hands down to the center of your chest, one long line from elbow tip to elbow tip. Inhale, puff your heart. This time, exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Arm into leg, palm into palm. Yeah, use it as a lock and a key to really light up the muscles of your right side body. Keep the belly firm. Begin to shift the weight into your left heel as you gaze down to your left big toe. Lift the right foot up, nice Nandita. Send your right leg back and softly kiss your right toes to the back edge of your mat. Good work, Noam. Now, keep the belly firm, heart forward. Maybe you go for a flyaway. Maybe you go for a bind. And again, listen to your body, follow your breath, and give yourself the opportunity to try things on. Who cares if you fall, right? It's all a part of the learning process. Take one more smooth breath in. So nice, Kate. And then slowly draw yourself back to center. Try not to touch the floor. Reach your arms straight up overhead. Big inhale. On your exhale, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back, sit low, reach wide, and then kick into your left heel, squeeze your left leg straight. Turn your left toes to face the long side edge of your mat. Wide-legged forward fold, inhale, puff the chest, exhale, dive, forward, and down. Anytime you bring your head below your heart, it helps to calm your nervous system. And like most things, right, it really only works if you let it. So here, really support the calming of your nervous system by slowing down the rate of your exhales. Maybe closing your eyes. And if you can't close your eyes, try to find, again, one point of focus so that your eyes aren't darting around. Find a grip, maybe something like you did the first time, or maybe something totally new. Maybe this go around, you interlace your hands at the base of your spine and let that fist fall forward to stretch out your shoulders. Good. And then reach your arms straight out to either side. Firm belly, rise up tall. When your shoulders stack over your hips, turn your left toes forward once more. Turn your right toes in slightly. Reach forward, forward, forward. And then tick-tock down, left hand to the inside of your left shin, or maybe the ankle, maybe the left big toe. Keep pulling the belly in, reaching the heart forward. Again, it's like a half lift sensation through your spine. Spread your arms wide. Good. Kick into your heels. Take one more smooth inhale. And then on your exhale, pyramid fold. Bring your two hands to frame your front foot. Step your right foot in about 6 inches, turning your right toes even more forward so that you can wrap the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Kick into your two heels, scoop your belly in. And then play with it. You could flex your left toes back towards your left shin, belly firm. Think of melting your heart further down your left thigh, like you could get your crown of head to touch your left top of foot. Good, and then shift your gaze forward, crawl your hands a little bit forward, rock the weight forward into your left foot, and begin to float your right leg up into the air. Good. And the moment you meet resistance, pause there. First, try to straighten out your lifted leg, firm up on the front of your right thigh. Nice adjustment, Jane. And then try to lift it a little higher. Squeeze your right glute to lift it up. Good. Squeeze your right glute to lift it up. One more big inhale to lift it higher, higher, higher. And then step the right foot down to meet the left. Forward fold. Look at that. You made it through. Back to your forward fold. Give yourself a moment. And then whether your feet are together or slightly apart, your choice. Take a gentle bend behind your knees. Tuck your chin into your chest and begin to roll yourself up to standing. Inch by inch, bone by bone, come to standing tall. At the top, inhale, roll your shoulders forward and up towards your ears. Exhale them down and back towards your hips. One more time, shoulder roll. Inhale them forward and up. And exhale them down and back. And then here we'll find the apex of our standing series. We'll do a standing bow pulling pose. Bring your right elbow to your right waistband, your palm facing skyward. And then without twisting your arm, simply drop it behind you and pick up your right foot from the inside arch, the side with your big toe. Try to bring your inner legs as close together as you can. Hips forward, swing your left arm down, forward and up towards the ceiling. Reach so far up you feel your left rib cage lift, a little bit like reverse warrior. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, begin to kick as you reach. Kick your right heel as far away from your right butt cheek as you can. Create so much space there. At the same time, pull your left armpit forward as you roll your right shoulder back, twisting your chest open towards the right side edge of your mat. Good, Paige. See if you can draw your right eye a little bit more forward so that your gaze is level over your front fingertips. Good. Final few moments. If you've fallen out, pick it up one more time. Kick like crazy. One more big inhale. And then exhale, kick to come out, soft and steady. Find your 2 feet on the floor. Release your left arm down by your side and maybe give yourself a little wiggle, a little sway. Shake that side off because you've got a whole nother side, a whole nother chance. Approach it with newness. Bring your left elbow to your left waistband, your palm face up. Without twisting your arm, drop it behind you. Pick up your left foot from the inside arch. So the eye of your elbow, the part that you give blood with, is facing outwards towards the left side edge of your mat. Yeah, that's it, Danny. Swing your right arm down, forward and up towards the ceiling. Reach up, 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 and then begin to pull it all apart. Kick and reach. So much less about what it looks like, more about creating space within your body. Looks so good, Val. Kick down through your right heel, kick up through your left toes. Pull your right armpit forward as you roll your left shoulder back. Chin forward, steady your focus, steady your breath. Give it all you've got. One more deep inhale to kick up, 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 and then softly kick to come out. 2 feet on the floor, shake it loose, let it go, wiggle it out. Good. And then a gentle bend behind your knees, tuck your chin into your chest and round down slow. Forward fold. From your forward fold, inhale, take a half lift, pull your belly in, reach your heart forward. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat, step your feet back, and move through your flow. From downward facing dog, we'll move into half pigeon, starting on the right hand side. Inhale, float your right leg long behind you. Bend at your right knee and gently swing it forward. Place your right knee all the way over to the right side edge of your mat, wider than your right wrist. Untuck your left toes. Pull your left leg as long back behind you as you can. Roll your left hip forward as you pull your right hip back. Try to square your pelvis towards the short edge of your mat. Take an inhale, lift your chest, and then maybe begin to lengthen forward across your front leg. As soon as you're able, soften your vision, close your eyes. Release the weight of your body into the floor and feel the floor rise to support the weight of your body. Slow everything down, starting with your breath. Make each inhale just 1 second longer. Each exhale, 2 seconds longer. Wherever you are in your breathing, exhale out all of your air with an SH. Take a deep breath in, let it swirl around and create space. Seal your lips. Let it go, HM. Slow with care, begin to crawl your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press the floor away. Swing your right leg back. You could choose to move through a flow, or you could head right back into downward facing dog. Move it around, feel it out. Take your time. We'll meet together in half pigeon on the left-hand side. To get there, and inhale to swing the left leg long, bend at the left knee, and gently pull it forward. Left knee all the way over to the left side edge of your mat so that again, you can outwardly rotate your upper leg bone in its hip socket as you pull your right leg straight back behind you. Inhale, lift the chest long and tall, and then softly begin to lengthen forward across your front leg. Let your first moment on your mat be your heaviest. So really right from the start, 100% rest as best as you're able. Begin to minimize any fixing, any fidgeting, so that you can really focus on allowing yourself to release into the floor, breath by breath, and moment by moment. Get soft, get still, get soft, get still. Exhale out all of your air with an SH. Take a deep, powerful breath in. Let it linger at the top. HM. Again, slow and gentle. Begin to crawl your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press the floor away. Swing the left leg back to meet the right. Maybe travel through one last flow or head right back into your final down dog for this hour together. Set it up like you know how, with care, with intention. Shove the floor away, lift the hips high. Feel the length from your fingertips up your arms, through the sides of your ribs, the sides of your waist. Feel it turn at your hips, down the sides of your legs, all the way through your heels. Take a smooth inhale, and then on your exhale, slowly lower your two knees down onto the floor, and we'll move into our camel pose. Walk your hands back towards your knees until you come to standing tall upon them. Bring your hands to your lower back, heel of your wrist just beneath your lowest rib. Drag your elbow tips in towards one another. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. Now slow. Kick into your shins. Lift up through the belly, up through the chest, up through the chin. And when you see the ceiling, breathe through your nose. When your breath is easy, look for the back wall. And if you see the back wall, maybe reach for your heels. Fingers on the inside, thumbs on the outside. Hips forward, heart up, chin back. Breathe smooth. One more deep inhale. And then slow, hands to the low back, rise up tall. Sink the hips down to meet the heels. And as soon as you can, be still. Either sitting hips on heels or cross-legged, hands in the lap, or nestled together at center chest. If you're able, close your eyes. Watch sensation as it swirls around in the container of your body, remembering that no feeling is final. Sit with yourself in all that you feel and greet it with the continuity of your breathing, as simple as now I inhale and now I exhale. Softly bring your hands to either side of you. Swing your legs out long in front of you, and we'll move into a seated forward fold. Walk your hips back a couple of times. Tilt the bowl of your pelvis forward so that you're seated forward on the bony parts of your butt. Gather your belly in. Take an inhale. Reach up. Grow long, long, long. And then exhale. Dive that length forward over your two legs. Again, you can start with your knees bent so that you can find that length of your spine. Heart forward. And then once you find that length through your spine, maybe you begin to kick the heels forward, straightening through the backs of your legs. Every inhale, puffing your heart, drawing your shoulders back. Every exhale, maybe creasing at your elbows to drag your chest more beyond your knees. And then gently tuck your chin into your chest. Begin to roll yourself up slow, inch by inch, bone by bone, until you come to seated tall. Scoot your hips forward to about the center of your mat. Bend your knees, plant the soles of your feet to the floor. Reach your arms out long in front of you, palms facing one another. Keep your heart lifted. Tilt back just enough that you can lift your shins to come parallel to the floor. Squeeze the inner legs together best you can. Take an inhale, pull your knees to your chest to your knees. And exhale, lower, lengthen, and hover just above the floor. Inhale, gather it back in like an accordion. Good. Exhale, lower, lengthen and hover. 2 more. Last bit of effort. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, lower, lengthen and hover. Last one. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, lower, lengthen. Now hover here, right where you are. Be still. Breathe across your chest. Point long through your toes. 5, 4, 3. Scissor kick your legs, one atop the other. 5, 4, 3. Reach your arms back by your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop into the floor. Let it go. Soften your belly from so much effort. And then inhale, pull your knees into your chest. Grasp for opposite elbows, opposite forearms. Give yourself a really nice, tight squeeze. Maybe rock a little side to side. Massage your low back. And then bring the soles of your feet to connect with one another and butterfly your knees open. Reach in between your legs, catch the outside edges of your feet and pull them up and in towards the center of your chest. Roll the back of your pelvis towards the floor. Breathe into your low belly. Good. Take a big belly breath in. On your exhale, peel open into your happy baby. Draw your knees wider than your torso and separate your heels wider than your knees. Try to pull your knees down and into the dome of your armpits as you roll the back of your pelvis towards the floor. You might rock a little side to side. You might extend one leg or extend the other. Here, the chance to really seal your practice with a bit of playfulness. Be playful in the body, maybe be playful in the face, wiggle the nose, stick out the tongue, open the eyes wide and shut them tight. Take one more deep breath in, fill it up. And then on your exhale, let your arms and your legs fall out long onto the floor. Here, we'll set up the final posture of our class together with just as much care and specificity as all the postures that led you to it. Savasana. Let your legs spill out long from your hips. Let your toes fall gently outwards so that you release and soften your inner legs. Broad pelvis. Relax your low belly. Feel it rise and fall to the rhythm of your breath. Broad and open chest. Let that openness spiral out through your upper arms, your inner elbows, into your wrists and your palms facing gently up. Relax your throat, the bottom of your jaw. Let your tongue get heavy in your mouth. Do your very, very best to close your eyes. Feel the weight of your eyeballs sink in their sockets. Do less. Do less. Do less. I'll invite you to linger here in this Shavasana for as long as your time allows. I'll seal this class with a quote and a breath, but first a word of thanks. Thank you so, so much for showing up today, for creating this practice, for sharing your energy virtually with the 65 other people in this class. Thank you for continuing to show up and support this community. As always, it's donation based. So if you're ever in a position to donate, please do. At the end of class, I'll share the links for those donations. This quote from David White. This is the bright home in which I live. This is where I ask my friends to come. This is where I want to love all the things it has taken me so long to learn to love. This is the temple of my adult aloneness, and I belong to that aloneness as I belong to my life. There is no house like the house of belonging. Once more, please exhale out all of your air. Empty, empty. Find the very bottom of your lungs. Inhale, let it rise from the soles of your feet through the crown of your head. Feel full. H-A. Again, you're welcome to linger in your stillness, your Savasana. When you are ready to move, you might start by gently wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, rolling over to one side of your body, pressing yourself up to a seated position. You might seal your practice with hands at heart center, a gentle bow of your head. And, you're welcome to go about your day. I've given you the option now to unmute yourself if you have any questions or if you want to check in any way. I'll be on this call for, 10 minutes or so. I'd love to chat. But once more, thank you so, so much for your practice. Thank you so, so much for showing up so wholeheartedly. It was a joy to share the hour with you. So thank you.